Wow. Mm. Nothing more than a worm. Whoa. I don't give a crap about him. If he wants to do that to himself, he wants to do that to himself. I'm fine. Oh my god, potato is yummy. Hi, Singapore. How you doing? I will save you from your saucy with this potato down. Ah. Bam-a-lam-o, Blackberry. Bam-a-lam-o, Rocksteady. Bam-a-lam-o. Bam-a-lam-o, Blackberry. Bam-a-lam-o, Blackberry. Lamb that gets me high. Bam-a-lam, no, that's no lie. Bam-a-lam, oh, wow. Jojo. Jojo. Yeah, I don't care. They did that to themselves. I generally have, like, all it is excuses to get upset. They could have, like, ignored me, like, man, that has nothing to do with me, but instead, it's like, oh, I'm crying over something that has nothing to do with me, is what they're, basically doing. They're making up excuses to get themselves involved, which is total bullshit in their part. What is him doing? I have no idea. Just tell. Hi, guy. How are you doing? I prefer the question is why is I'm doing. I guess Loggerbot didn't work that day. Oh my god, potato with yummies. Hey guys. Ba-dum. I was gonna stream tomorrow, but then I was like, Hong Kong, Wonton, Ching Chong. How are you, Loppy? I'm doing fine, just chilling here, watching the ocean and a star up in the sky, apparently. Potato. Medium potato, medium potato, medium potato. You know what's really weird? I see like a lot of people, like, if you're watching this and you're in my server, I see like a lot of you being so fucking inactive, it's crazy. Like, y'all, if y'all didn't want to be active, why did y'all join the server? Like, chatty active is what I'm saying. Very confusing to me, honestly. Is it because you guys like the stickers and emojis? Is that why? Valley of Bunnies. Also known as Yum Yum Corner or Potato Corner. I got my first artwork. It was like a few days ago. I appreciate the artwork as well. Ah, goodness. Potatoisms. I like the new graphics on my computer showing me that now. But this one had like a crown on it though, didn't it? Pretty sure at one point. Pretty sure it did. Or a fish lens, more like. Wow. It's kind of cool. Kind of. Got the. Oh, it is made of water. Alright. It's kinda cool. Kinda. Um, one says chapter 1, one says chapter 2. I feel like chapter 1 and 2 is like. It's like. What's it called? Chapter 1, 2, and 3, basically. You have to think about it, maybe. I don't know. The Northern Commander. Wow. Crazy. Fire extinguisher. It's cool. The reason why this is my favorite world is because, like, it's one of the most just chilling aspects of VR chats, like, people's mindsets. Not like amazing corridors and whatnot. I just feel like it's amazing. I do want to try something. Well, when I'm off stream. I don't know how to work the drone yet, so. I don't know how to work it yet, so. Yeah, oh well. I think it would be kind of cool. I think it's kind of nice. I would believe so. believe this to be a nice place. Whoa. Did I render orb right here? Hold up. Whoa. There might be a render orb right there. Perhaps. Has the render orb actually broke or something? I wouldn't know. Oh. A little pigeon noise. Wow. The itsy bitsy pigeon ran up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the pigeon out. Out came the sun and it tried to pour the rain. And the itsy bitsy pigeon ran up the hill again. What do we even get up here? Oh, there's a walkway. Okay. Guess I ain't that helpless, I guess. The itsy bitsy pigeon ran up the water spout. Like, what is this thing? Why? Oh, wow. Whoa. It's kind of cool, ain't it? I didn't see this before. I think that's kind of cool. The orange thingy. Was I not supposed to discover this? Wait a minute. Hold up. There's no way. I remember giving someone something, but no. No. My dreams gotta be fake. There ain't no way. Bro, is this dude having like the same periodical like dreamscape I am? But like in futuristic time? Or does he just throw shit together and hope it sticks? I honestly don't get it though. Honestly. Yeah, that's not the way to go. Where I need to go is over here. Right. Nope. Well, we could go that way, but then again, I kinda don't want to, so... Whatever. It's kind of mesmerizing. Give me a second. Having a base on involving in, small stuff. Kind of mesmerizing, ain't it? Purple clip hangers. How nice. Huh. Ah. Yeah, that was a big one. I just want to see if my mouth would open. You would think that pipe went all the way down into here, which it does, unfortunately. What's this? Yeah, you could definitely tell he placed this a little bit out or inward than it should be. He definitely did. Wait, that's like that. Hold up. Yep. Oh well. It's not aligned, but it does work. Fun fact, these were like garbage chutes back in the day. I don't think they use them anymore. They're like garbage chutes. So you got like a garbage handle thing right there. I like trains. I like dancing. I like food. I like dancing. I like trains. Oh my god. Why? Sorry, man. A goddamn house. God, I hate this so much. Going to where my dream ended, like once and for all. remind yourself of like everything. I wish I could zoom in, honestly. I think it would be kind of cool. But obviously I can't, sadly. I feel like a god looking down at my own body, honestly. It's kind of creepy. Alrighty, have fun. I'll be here. Trying to like blink, but it's not letting me blink, I guess. if you could just not spam, please. Alright. Just gonna think. What do I remember last? I remember arriving here and just laying down on the ground. And that was it. I can only remember that freaking stone building. Fuck. What was it? What was that stone building called? It's not this. No, it had that type of brick, but it was much bigger brick. So I was looking at it from this angle. No, that's not it. There's no way that's it. Not at all. It's much scarier. Much more underground, I would say. I do remember this part though, like the pieces that come together. But like it dropped off down to the water like our... Come on, please be something insane at least. My last adventure dream that looked so surreal, there was like a village and then basically it was like... It's like a village or like... What was it though? What was it? It went off into some open grassy fields with some trees, and then along those tree walls were like some mossy brushes with like lights inside them. Of course, it was like having a school trip. It was like when I was younger, I guess. Something to do with Harry Potter or something like that. From what I remember last. Well, at least. Huh. From all that I remember, why is that not popping up in my head? How did I get here? Huh. So I wanna know. I wanna know why I'm thinking about this stuff. My head hurts when I think. Like, not the good type of hurting. The bad type of hurty. See, none of this was in my dream. Why wasn't any of this in my dream? Like, come on. Like, why? I hear it again. Why? can't I hear that? It's like a rocket launch in my dreams, but to them it's a finger. Why? Why did... There's gotta be something that I'm not thinking of properly. It's a stone house. Remind her it's a stone house. We are looking for a stone house. It's in my dream. It was like a stone house with an overhang of like autumn leaves. There's just no way. No. Why? No. This ain't the one. It's going here somewhere. I don't get it. I Why is... No, no, Loppy question reality? Never. It's like, no, no, no. I don't think you guys understand. So, this image in my head's been popping up ever since I stopped going to these worlds. Of like a stone house that I sit on the corner of. And then it just goes directly onto the road, paved highway. Every time I try to imagine it, it runs off. Every time. The only thing that it reminds me of is this place. Ugh. that stone house I can see, though. No, it has to be here somewhere. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Treasury created from my dreams. That would be tough and hard. I gotta remember what I saw. There's just no way that's true. People might be like, oh, Loppy, it's just your imagination. No, it was a dream. It keeps coming back to me, and I keep forgetting what it is. And I don't have this dream anymore for some reason. Which is weird. I love having this dream of the thing I saw. It just doesn't come back to me anymore like I want it to. Having that dream is like fulfilling, I guess you would say. Feeling of freedom and excitement. Set till to next though. I think you forgot to put a portal right there, honestly. So, a little funny story with this part. Maybe. Nah, I guess I'll just jump up here. Usually you can just jump off the edge and end up in the middle. When we get to the end, I want to explain what this stone house looked like, basically. When we get to the end, I want to explain that. Okay, what do you know? Okay, so for those who don't know, I had this weird line of dreams that was so surreal. I felt like I had been teleported to another world. This one building keeps popping in my head of a stone mason axe building. Like something you'd see in the olden days. I started out in the doorway and I was like going through it. And basically, sorry, my leg's on my table. And basically, I was thinking, where is this place? What am I doing here? And so what happened was that this stone house kept popping in my head after I had that dream. I just remember walking along this road into this like open road highway, and it was covered in like a roofing, into like you'd walk in it and you'd go along this road and it would just lead you to this like open cave, and outside the cave was this other road that would end, and then on the other side it'd be this other road. So what happens is, in my dream, I kind of teleport to the other road. I know this sounds skeptical, but hear me out. The story is amazing. I keep going down this open road, and I hit this snag where it turns right, and from there it's just an down, up, down, up, down, and then it just drops straight down, and then it's just giant mountain wall with like a road looking picture that goes all the way up into this open cavern. And like, I'm sitting there thinking, this dream is weird. Like, I'm aware of my situation at the time. And so what happens? I go up there. It's nothing to do with the Bible, by the way. This is a legit story. And so, basically, I end up at Seaside. I'm just chillaxing. And then I end up at the bottom of this mountain. I was explaining this to my staff earlier, like IRL staff, that it's one of the craziest dreams. And my dream ended there. And then I went back to sleep, IRL. And I ended up at my mom's house. Woke up, went downstairs, went outside, just felt like traveling, because every other time I try to dream this, my parents just wouldn't let me outside, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go outside. And they just had these meteorites were like falling from the sky, and I was just batting them away randomly, and I went back to go get my stepdad's truck, and my family disappeared. So, like, what happened was, it's all jumbled right now, give me a second. I took my dad's truck, a rust bucket of a truck. We traveled to Walmart, and it started raining blood. The more blood it rained, the more people died around me. I was just so mesmerized that, like, I didn't even care
So at my Walmart, there's this like area that would like it would open up the door, and you would see this like open area before you actually headed into the Walmart. But instead, it was like blood covered windows, and the outside was covered in cardboard and stuff. And so basically, in the center of those open areas, there's a single door, um, and it opened into a grassy, flowery field. And so, like, what happened was that blood rain didn't stay there, it followed me somehow. So I'm traveling along an open, lush highway, and all of a sudden it starts raining blood again. And me and my stepdad and my sister, now along for the ride, go and we find this lonely chapel that's just sitting there out the side of the road. And so we went inside to let the rain and storm subside. And as it was doing that, I saw this teleporter in the very back. And I kept thinking, it's like, what is this? So I fixed it up. And I went inside. And it turns out, like, that teleporter teleported me to an older time where people were just non-existent, but there were buildings as if they existed, which is terrifying. And then I ended up on the bottom of a mountain. I traveled up the mountain and I went inside this like giant cathedral church that had people inside, like everyone from Earth, and it was like really weird. And no, I'm not quoting the chapter of the Bible, I'm quoting my vision from myself. And so, like, I was notified that the mountain was gonna get attacked. It got attacked. I left the mountain, which that was a nightmare, by the way. Left the mountain, and I ended up somewhere far away from home, and it was terrifying. I kept having these visions of a stone house that my grandma and grandpa used to live in. Just a stone house after those dreams subsided. Just a stone house. I ended up not, like, in my dream, I ended up not going that far, apparently. On my way back from Stone House, it turns out that your dream can change your landscape as you travel on. And so what was happening was, as I was coming back, the road fell apart, and it turned into these bunch of houses that were like put together. And on the other side of these houses were like, like metal barring with scaffolding. When you're like building something up, you got put scaffolding there. Yeah, these scaffoldings were part of those houses in the back area, but it would like lead to a cave that would go into the side of the mountain, and then it would like basically take you to that road back to that stone house. And I was absolutely confused. Like, Why? This stone house. I've dreamed about this stone house like times. Several times. Maybe like 7 or 8. But like many times. But ever since, it just stuck with me. It was a pleasant dream. Besides, the blood rain, the deaths, and stuff. Um, when you think about it, it's terrifying that something that long can stick with you. Just can't think about it anymore. I really want to try that stone house again because it looked really nice. The last thing I remember in that dream was being thrown into a corridor of an old library. And as I fell down, I hit the floor. I woke up dazed and I looked around. There was one mirror off to the side, and there was like a lamp that was sitting above me. On the top, it was just arches. Just arches of books and tables off to the side. There was a building that you could go in and buy the books. There was a librarian just sitting there in a chair on a table. And then I went inside this doorway. And the last thing I remember was going up the side of a hill to try and go inside a door, but I couldn't fit. And so I backtracked and looked at these like side windows. I saw a nightmare just sitting there waiting to get in. All I remember the next moment was just waking up. That's all I remember. Everything after that is just hazy. I wish I had that dream again. It was a nice dream. One of the best dreams I've ever had, honestly. Only memory I have right now is of chapter 1 of the entryway. when I went to sleep the next night, all I remember from the ending of that dream, remember when I said I woke up and traveled, all I saw was I returned to my street and I went home, and all I saw was my house was just destroyed and my room was torn apart. My family was missing. So I went inside and I went into the kitchen, past the kitchen up to my room. I just went to my room and I laid down and I woke up in my bed, IRL. And I never had that dream ever again. It's like where all my dreams just ended there. I don't have any other dreams at all. It was the only nice one I had. That's all I remember. Fucking hell. That's why you'll never hear me talk about it again. Usually when I do, it's kind of sad, you know? You have like a really cool story of like a surreal dream and it's just gone the next day and you can't remember anything. It's way too surreal. God, fucking emotional, fucking hell. I wish I could tell the full story, but it would take like a long time, unfortunately. Thank you for a follow. I love telling the story here. About the stone house. So basically, I'm gonna recreate everything that was said on the stone house. I can't remember anything. If only I could remember it. But it's just the stone house that I can't remember. Stone house was everything to me, honestly. Try having a dream where all your friends and family died, and then tell me you've had it rough. Same IRL. Try not losing your friends. And say you had it rough, honestly. It's not cool. I've lost people I've cared about. I've even lost people in my dreams, and I don't see it as a good thing. I've traveled from, like, my house to another dimension and back, and people still make fun of me in my dreams. God damn it. I would do anything to have those dreams back. That is so inappropriate. Wait, 1BC 4, 5, 6, G 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and J. Wow, that's funny. reason I'm also sitting here is because I love this song. I think it's smooth. I like it. I don't care if people hate me. I don't. Like, what are they gonna do? Hate me? Whatever. It's all they're good at. Do they not have Russian? Oh, they don't have Russian added. Just do it.